I think we should take pause and look at Governor Napolitano. She's right now being celebrated as a liberal on immigration who can finally breathe some fresh air into a very stale and hateful debate. The fact about Governor Napolitano is that she's the leading Democratic hawk on immigration. In her state, there were basically white supremacist groups trying to pass and effectively passing a bill called Proposition 200 through ballot initiative. Proposition 200 back in November of 2004 required that just about any public servant start calling in a suspected undocumented person for deportation. It's sort of the prelude to the Sensenbrenner bill that people blew up about in 2005. She actually made a name for herself in HomeLand Security circles by regularly writing to Chertoff and lobbying him to bring not just more border security resources to Arizona, but ICE resources to Arizona. Specifically, Governor Napolitano wanted to see an increase of interior immigration enforcement in Phoenix and areas outside of border communities. She was the first governor to broker a 287G agreement with ICE. Now, I'm not sure how many people know what 287G is about, but basically, 287G is a tiny piece of law passed by Bill Clinton back in 1996. It was resurrected by ICE as a leading pilot project to devolve immigration enforcement from federal to local hands. That is to bring the border to the interior, so to speak. So Governor Napolitano was the first Democrat, the first one really around the country to say, we want 287G in our state. And she opened up the door to all of the local enforcement, the stopping while driving while brown type stuff that we're seeing in Arizona. She has a very peculiar relationship with Joe Arpaio. Sheriff Joe Arpaio from Maricopa County is known as the toughest sheriff in America is what he calls himself. That's his autobiography.
Very important interview that we're about to do. Yesterday we mentioned that Barack Obama had chosen Janet Napolitano to head HomeLand Security. In that vein, we also mentioned that back in the 1990s, she may have overlooked a Justice Department investigation of the jails in Phoenix or Maricopa County, headed, of course, by the controversial sheriff there. Staff who were observing the abuse would often look the other way. Found that you used restraint chairs that are unnecessary and have been used improperly, according to him. That's what looks like. 2 deaths, according to the report, have been caused as a result of those restraint chairs. But one wonders, though, if there might have been a quid pro quo of some sort, because soon after the investigation was initiated, suddenly the U.S. attorney there in Maricopa County, in the state of Arizona, who is Janet Napolitano, holds a news conference with you essentially saying when the lawsuit was announced that it would be dismissed. It seems odd that you would say that she would have nothing to do with an investigation, a federal Justice Department investigation, when she's a member of the Justice Department based in your hometown.
As I said, she was there as a matter of courtesy because she was a U.S. attorney.
You have a commercial on television saying, I'm Joe Arpaio, and I believe in Janet Napolitano. She is the #1 prosecutor in the country when it comes to law enforcement to protect our families. And you don't think that's going to be taken by people who hear that as an endorsement of her?
No, that's how you take it. I take it my way.
You know, some people would look at this and say that you have a very cozy relationship with her. Do you?
I have cozy relationships with presidents, attorneys general, and I can go on and on. I work to get the job done. I lock up illegal immigrants.
It is basically understood that victims of crimes, when they call the police, are going to be turned in for deportation. That's certainly true in Maricopa County.
Hi, Lou.